I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame Deoteria.
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings...
Surely...
What is it?
Are you crying?
Uh-huh. Really now? I didn't even notice. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god who...
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power, then. Oh, Archon, I am on...
So interminable. Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps I never imagined that it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. But I've conducted so many investigations. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act.
Farina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone, although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone. Your people are more...
Share, that's impossible. It was fated right from the start that...
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose... Just share it with me. I'm
a witness. Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just... She's right. I could confide in her, but if things don't play out as expected... No, Farina, you shouldn't be selfish. But what if... Farina, you've worked so hard for so... Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, think about it. Long and hard. No, I have nothing to say. I am Farina, the Arch... All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the...
fine.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the Heavenly Prince, she did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity...
I believe that I understand how your deception works. How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine?
Ah, good, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice with... It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along. Am I right?
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device... In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a... Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will... I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful... My work over these last 500 years has been to... But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever... The vast majority has been, had to be, accumulated to enact this death.
It was all a part of your plan, then?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro...
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor. The destruction of that divine throne. If I...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
Oh, what? Getting sad again, The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro...
All you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked. Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the Heavenly Prince. Egeria stole the power of the Primordial Sea, and the Heavenly Principle stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original... Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies. So, if the theft of the Primordial Sea's might was Fontaine, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians, in other words, existence was Egeria's justice. And to me, justice is defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on. At this point, we, whether it be myself, Iudex Nervillet, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign.
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, at last, I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. You are a devious one, Focalor. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
I, Iudex Nervalette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
What just...
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection?
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved...
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain, we should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out the root of the calamities befalling Fontaine, the beast that enacts the prophecy. Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has...